No peace! Travis killed Ahmaud, all on assumptions.
I'm going to have to stop him from doing this, so I shot.
You were nervous because you thought you were going to jail, right?
What I think a good journalist has to do is really understand what's the truth, what are the facts, what really happened, what really matters. Ultimately, what you are trying to listen for is the truth.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm out here at Satilla Shores. There's a black male running down the street.
Satilla, where at Satilla Shores?
Hi there, I'm Ron Allen, NBC News, and this is NBCU Academy. I like doing stories about social justice. I like doing stories about people who are not heard from, marginalized, and this covering trials fits in with that. In the case of the men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery, I thought that was a very important trial because to some extent it was a measure of where the country is in terms of this racial reckoning that we've been going through.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
This incident happened back in February of 2020. Ahmaud Arbery is in this neighborhood. He is spotted by two men, the McMichaels, who would start pursuing him. Another neighbor, William Bryant, joins the chase.
Now to the shocking case in Georgia. New video showing a man shot and killed after two armed men chased him down. His family says he was just out jogging. They're calling it a hate crime.
I wanted to cover the trial because I thought it was an important thing. How many videotapes have we seen over the recent years of young black men being shot and killed in the streets? There are a lot of racial overtones hanging over this, and that was all unmistakable. The community around it is a very disadvantaged community. It's very black.
Quite a few African-American jurors were excused through preemptory strikes exercised by the defense.
11 of the jurors were white, and there's only one African-American juror. And a lot of people wondered, okay, what's that going to mean? And would this family, a black family, get justice in this essentially small, white southern town?
Father God, we just thank you right now, most of all, and we ask that you hold this family in your hands, Father.
Good morning, everybody. We are on. The defendants are present, represented by counsel.
Covering the trial is a lot of long days. We started early, filing at 7 a.m. Good morning. We're out here early, getting ready for the Today Show, and you can see all the crews are sitting up here outside of the county courthouse. The days are trying to take in a lot of information, process it, and interpret it, and report on it live throughout the day.
So we're here at a press conference during a break in the trial, and we're waiting for Reverend Jesse Jackson and others to speak.
While the prosecution wanted everyone to focus on the videotape.
This is really important.
The defense wanted us to focus on home security video that they had of Arbery in the neighborhood there. The defense was trying to say that he wasn't just a jogger, that they suspected that he was involved in no good, theft, robbery in the neighborhood. They said that they were trying to make an arrest of him. They said that they were trying to detain him until they could call the police.
What right did they have to stop Ahmaud Arbery?
The prosecutors said, basically, and Arbery's family said that he was an innocent man running through the neighborhood, that there was no evidence that he had ever committed a crime there, and that the defendants made all these wrong, negative, awful assumptions about him, essentially because he was a black man in a white community. Ahmaud Arbery's mother just stood out for me because of the grace, the dignity, the determination that she had. She sat through the courtroom when they were showing these horrible, graphic autopsy photos. The videotape probably played in the courtroom maybe every day, so many times. And so she and other relatives are sitting there watching their son every day go through this ordeal.
All right, for the jury.
I think when you're covering a high-profile trial, there's obviously a lot more pressure, a lot more intensity, a lot more information coming at you. You don't need to be a lawyer, but you need to understand the law and understand how the process is working as best you can. Some of it's just very basic. You just have to listen. You have to take good notes. You have to listen to the testimony. You have to know as much as possible about what's going on so that you can make wise decisions about what to leave out of your story, what to put into your story. You have to listen to everybody to produce a balanced product. They're not just headlines, not just videotapes, they're not just shooting incidents, they're not just black men killed. You know, they're people who had real hopes and dreams.
Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty.
The God's honest truth is I was a little bit surprised that they were found guilty on so many counts. I didn't think that the jury would necessarily do that. Perhaps that's some of my own biases that I brought to this, that I wondered, would this jury actually convict these defendants? And they did.
The defendants then are ordered to remain in the custody of the sheriff, and we are adjourned.
I don't think any of us are genuinely, completely objective and unbiased. We are all who we are, and we bring that, our life experiences, who we are to everything that we do. And yes, I bring my biases. I am who I am. I have lived the life I have. But what I do try to do is to present all the facts that I see in as fair and balanced a way as possible.
I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you.
Ahmaud Arbery is not some mythical figure. He was not just this figure running down the road in the videotape, that he was a young man who had hopes and dreams, and that he was part of a family, that he was an individual who was loved and cared for. This family found justice, and a lot of families haven't. Certainly the hope of his family is that more families will find justice as they did.